Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Suprabhatam. So first we will look at the word split here. Yajne, tapasi, dane, cha, sthitihi, sat, iti, cha, uchyate. Karma, cha, eva, tadarthiyam, sat, iti, eva, abhidhiyate. So we are all aware that this is the end of the 17th chapter, one or two shlokas to go to complete and reach the 18th chapter. So towards making any activity complete, we have been seeing that Om Tat Sat has to be chanted. So what is the significance of the Om? What is the significance of Sat? And what is the significance of Tat? Om Tat Sat. All these three together is the mantra, and each of those components have their own significance. So in this shloka, we see the significance of the word Sat being given. Yajne tapasi dane cha sthitihi sat iti uchyate, iti cha uchyate. That is, Sat means to exist, sthiti, steadfastness. The translation is here, steadfastness, and not gati, or not chanchalata. That is, it was already conveyed by Krishna that yajnadana tapaschaiva, yajnodanam tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam, yajnodanam tapaschaiva natyajyam karyameva tat. Krishna has mentioned or emphasized that whatever one does or one does not do, these three things, yajna, dana and tapas, has to be done. What is yajna? Yajna is a selflessly offering, and yajna also means a surrender to the divinity, have a belief in that there is a higher force, and then that is yajna and making offerings. And then danam is sharing our wealth, sharing the resources that we have received. And then tapas is self-disciplining, disciplining the body, disciplining the mind, disciplining the speech. So these three, selflessness, self-disciplining, and also sharing one's resources, these are to be done. And steadfastness in doing, sthiti in that. So that is indicated by the word Sat, and not kind of today I did yajna, dana, tapas, and tomorrow I will not do it. Or 1 week I did it, and the next week I will not do it. Or this month somehow I did it, next month I will not do it. So inconsistency is gati or chanchalata. Consistency is sthiti, and that is indicated by Sat. Sat means to be established in the practice of yajna, to be established in the practice of dana, to be established in the practice of tapas. That's when our rajas and tamas will come down. That's when our satvikata will increase. There is a beautiful subhashita in Sanskrita which captures the attitude of three kinds of people. Prarabhyate nakhalu vighnabhayena nichaihi, prarabhya vighna vihata viramanti madhyaha, vighnai punah punarapi pratihanyamanaha, prarabdham uttama janaha na parityajanti. So there are nichas, madhyamas and uttamas, three types of people. So prarabhyate nakhalu vighnabhayena nichaihi. Certain people, they will just think, oh, yajna has to be performed, tapas has to be performed, danam has to be done. These are all very difficult things. Let me not start at all. These are all good, they know, but so difficult to do, so they will never start. But so they are the lower level people. And then prarabdhya vighna vihataha viramanti madhyaha. The intermediate level people, they will start things. Yes, I know this is good, so let me start doing. And someday, if it is missed out by some obstacle, so I have to go somewhere, I have been called here, I have been called there, or I am not feeling well, one day it is not able to, I am not able to do, oh, yesterday I missed it, so henceforth I will not do it. If one obstacle comes, they will shed it and run away from that. But vighnaihi punah punarapi pratihanyamanaha, being repeatedly obstructed also, those people who stay in the practice, It is common for us also in our yoga practice that we know that we have to do practice, but we know there are adhyatmika, adhidevika, adhibhautika hindrances that come. Oh, today current is not there. Today it is raining. Today it is cloudy. Today I am feeling dull. So there are so many obstacles that are possible which will discourage us from our practice. But those who overcome all those obstacles and are steadfast in their practice, they are the ones who will cleanse themselves and they will be useful to the society at large also. So such steadfast presence in the practice, especially those cleansing practices like yajna, dana, tapas, it is indicated by sat. So whenever at the completion of yajna, dana, tapas, we say Om Tat Sat, we are reminded that today I have done it, tomorrow also I should do, the day after also I should do. I should be consistent in my practice. That consistency in practice is reminded, that sthiti in practice is reminded by sat. And Yoga Sutra also says the same thing. Abhyasa, tatra sthitau yatnaha abhyasaha. Ability to maintain the sthiti is called as abhyasa. So that abhyasa of yajna, dana, tapas is sthiti, and that is called as a sat. That is the meaning that is signified by the word sat when we say Om Tat Sat. And karma chaiva tadarthiyam sadityeva abhidhiyate. And all the actions that are done as a preparation to yajna, collecting of the flowers, cleaning of the premises, for yajna, preparing all those things, for yajna, dana and tapas, with all sincerity, all such actions are sat only. So preparatory actions and also the steadfast performance of these cleansing, purifying, elevating actions, these are all signified by the word sat. So that is the importance, that is the significance, that is the import when we say Om Tat Sat.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.